Well, good morning everybody. How y'all doing? Pretty good here, and welcome to the channel. A bright sunny day out here right now, right in my eyes, so it won't be in yours. Anyway, I want to come out here, kind of walk around, look at the mods that I've done on my Tacoma back here real quick, and kind of rank them for you guys. I get questions, you know, what do you like? Was it worth it? Is it any good? So I thought I'd run around, kind of point out some things, and I'll rank them a little on a scale of 1 to 5. 1 being the worst, 5 being the best, as to how I like them and really whether or not they're worthwhile, in my opinion. So let's have a look. All right, let's start out right here in the front. Of course, I've done a few things. I removed the air valance down there. I think that makes the truck look a heck of a lot better. That's definitely a 5. Gotta do that, in my opinion. Just improves the looks drastically up front. Next is the TRD Pro Style Grill. That's another mod. I would rank that as a 5. A lot of satisfaction in that mod for me. Again, just makes the truck look so much better. And you may notice here we have the Raptor style lights in here. Those are awesome. I love those as well. And one thing I like a lot about these is because they're amber, and even if they were white, I think, they reflect light even during the times when they're not on. So that really stands out. I mean, they're not on right now. And just gives you a nice, good look on the front of the truck, I think. Down right here, you guys can see the front-facing camera. I like this mod, but it's probably not one of the first things I would do. I'd probably rank that at about a 3.5 or so. I like having it. It's nice when I'm going to pull up to something. If you're an off-roader, you'd probably rank it higher because you could obviously see what's in the ground in front of the truck when you're pulling up on it before you destroy the bottom of the truck. But about a 3.5 for me as far as that mod goes. Next, inside here, you guys probably can't tell, but I have LED lights in both the high beams, low beams, and the fog lights up front down there. I don't do a ton of night driving. While it's nice when I do, you get a nice bright white light. But again, I'd probably rank those about a 3 as far as importance in doing them, I guess, and how I like them. Okay, next is the, the hood struts. Check that out. I put these hood struts in. They are Redline tuning. You guys can see hood struts. These things are awesome. I mean, if you ever open the hood for whatever reason, this is a must-have. The truck should come with hood struts on it. I don't know why it doesn't, but these things are super fantastic. Not too difficult to do, and again, not very expensive. Definitely give these a 5. Gotta have those. While we're under here, we have the decals that I put on the engine bay cover. You guys can see there. Obviously very impactful when you open the hood. You can get these in different colors. I went with red because the truck's red. Probably would have gone red anyway because I just like the looks. I'd give them a 5. Very inexpensive and very simple to do. Let's move around. This you wouldn't know unless you saw some previous videos or you're very observant. The stickers on the back. I did leave the Tacoma badging here on the side, but the stickers on the back I removed. I just think that's a much cleaner look on the truck. I also took the V6 badging off the back here. From an aesthetic standpoint, I'd give that about a 4.5. I think it just makes the truck look rather so much better. Inside the bed here, I did paint the bolts. You guys can see there's one and there's one there, and then the little tie down brackets here on the sides. I did paint those black. I'd probably give that about a 3.5. I just think it looks better when you're walking by the truck. You know, you don't see that bright, shiny, silver, chrome, whatever sticking out. It's a pretty minor thing, but really for the cost, it's pretty simple to do, so, and very impactful, obviously, if you notice such things like I do. Over here, we have the locks that I put on the side compartment, and I know a lot of the new model, I think, the 2019s, I don't believe come with 2 compartments. You have one on one side. I think they left this one, but I'm not positive. That's a good thing to be able to lock stuff up if you carry stuff in there. I don't carry anything in there at the moment, so for me, yeah, it was neat to do, but I'd probably rank that about a 2.5. Again, fun mod to do, neat to have if I ever want to use it, but not something I use a lot right now, so about a 2.5 for me on that one. Back here, and you can't see anything other than the exhaust tip, but I did change the exhaust out to an MBRP exhaust. Now this I'm kind of torn on. You know, I love the sound of it when it starts up. It's got a nice throaty, grumbly sound, but I really don't like the drone on the road. You know, when you're traveling at speed, it's kind of nice to not hear it so much, and it does have a drone to it for sure. Because of that, I'd probably rank this at about a, oh man, again, about a 2.5, I think. And the only thing that brings it up to that for me is the grumbly sound on startup. Otherwise, probably going to look for something else there. Not a big fan of drones, so, you know, that's the way it goes. Let's move on over. What you guys see from the side, probably better over here. And again, I know my truck is filthy dirty, but that's because I drive it. Next is going to be the lift. This truck has a 3.2 ready lift on it, and I'm going to group the tires and the wheels into this as well. It has Fuel ANSA wheels and Nitto Ridge Grappler tires. I love the look of the truck. I think this should be probably, other than the window tint, which is a 5, by the way, I think this should be one of the first things that you do if you're getting into the Tacoma and you really are a truck fanatic, I guess, because it improves the looks of the truck so much. It's a must-do, in my opinion. Obviously, I give this mod a 5. I'd give it a 10 if I was on a 10 scale, but I give it a 5 just because it is such a profound improvement in the look of the truck. I just think it's awesome. Now, this isn't a mod that I did. It came with the truck, but I'm going to mention it anyway since I'm out here and a lot of people ask about it, and that's the side steps. These are Predator side steps that came on the truck when I bought it from Toyota. I like the way these are set up. They're big enough that you can get in and out, but they're not so big that you get in the way, and I think they really look awesome on the truck. Again, not a mod that I did, but I'm going to give it a 5 anyway. Let's go ahead and take a peek. Well, we have one more thing out here, and that is the tail lights, the housings. I recently went to the TRD Pro housings. Really not a big difference between these and what came on the truck, other than you've got some blacked out areas on the sides, which of course the originals didn't have. I do like the looks of them. I can't say that you know, I'm jumping for joy about them or anything, so I'd probably give these about a good solid 4. Not so profound that they deserve a 5, but definitely a bit of an improvement over the OEM version for sure, or the housings that came on the truck. Now let's go ahead and take a peek inside here. There are a few things I've done in here. This, of course, is my garage door mod. All I did was wire a momentary switch to the garage door opener, which is buried down underneath there somewhere, which enables me to get the garage door off of the visor up there. I love this. I think it's an awesome mod. It's fun to do. It's something that's different. You can obviously go with a million different push buttons if you want. I chose the big red one, so it was easy to hit and easy to see. This is a 5 for me for sure. I think it's just awesome. Moving on, we have the carbon fiber vent covers here, as well as the carbon fiber center steering wheel inserts. And I think these are pretty cool. I think it's just a subtle, simple, inexpensive mod that you can do to enhance the interior appearance of the Tacoma. They have many different colors and stuff, so if carbon fiber is not your thing, you can go with, you know, like I said, tons of different options there, both for the vent ring covers and the center steering wheel inserts. I would give these mods, or these items rather, a 5, because they do have a decent impact on the interior, and they're simple to do, and I really do like the way that they look. Now, next is my center console cover. Of course, mine has incorporated the channel logo, as you see here. I love this mod. I did send it off, just to mention again, Kylan Brimhall. If you're looking to have this done, you can find him on Facebook. He's the guy that I have do these, and he does an awesome job. But this is not only aesthetically better, in my opinion, but it's also functionally better, in that he puts a different padding in here, so it's not so tough on the elbow. And any of you guys that have the Tacoma, I'm sure, know what I'm talking about. Much more abrasive or abusive on the elbow for the original or OEM setup or cover. This thing is awesome. Definitely a 5 in my opinion. I think it's a must-have. Recently I did the TRD shift knob here. I love the feel and look of this thing. It is by far better than the OEM version. While it's not hugely different, to be honest, it just feels better, and of course it looks better with the red accents and the TRD, you know, badging or logo over here. I think it's awesome. Again, for the money, it's a simple twist on, twist off feature, easy to do, and doesn't cost you an arm and a leg. I'd give that one a 5. I think it's pretty darn cool. Now, let me climb up in here. One more thing that I'm going to mention is the TRD, or not the TRD, the Tacoma name or lettering that I put in over here on the glove box, the vinyl decals. Really pops in here. I've noticed that one of the things that always catches my eye when I get in here is that lettering. I think it's pretty cool, and it really, other than the center console, is one of the most impactful things that I have inside the truck. And I know the sun is catching that off and on, but it really does pop. It really does stand out in here, and I think it's pretty cool. I'd give it a 5. I'd give it a 5 because it's simple, it's inexpensive, and it's pretty darn easy to do. Now, next, and I know you guys can't see this, but you'll have to take my word for it, or check out the older videos and you'll see. Back behind here, of course, is the air filter. And what I did, I put an air freshener inside, sitting on top of that air filter. It's just one of those cheapo air fresheners that you get from, I don't know, an auto parts store or even the grocery store. And I did that probably about 2 months ago. It's strawberry, and it still works today. I can still smell it every time I get in the truck. It's pleasant, it's pleasing. Not a difficult mod, may not even be a mod, I don't know. But it's awesome. I'd give it a 5 for nose pleasure. So I would definitely recommend that. That way, your truck always smells nice when you get in. Another thing, and this isn't a huge mod by any means, but the camera, or rather the cell phone holder that's up there. Some people ask about that. You know, what is that thing? What do you have on the windshield? Well, it's a phone holder, and there's a plate on the back of my phone, and it's magnetic. It just sticks up there like that. It works awesome. I have it in all of my vehicles. I always have. I always make sure that I always put that in right away when I switch vehicles. Obviously, it's a 5. It's been with me for, I think, a couple of years now, and it's just awesome. The last thing that I'll mention, and you can't really see it, but I'm sitting in it, is the seat. I did the little seat spacer mod, and that is, if you're not familiar, I took the bolts out of the back bracket of the seat, and I put in about 1 inch worth of washers, which lifted the seat up about 1 inch in the back. So it kind of leveled it out a little bit. Just gives you a better feel in the truck. It actually, for such a small thing, pretty darn impactful. I mentioned before when I did this that my truck actually feels like a truck now, not some sort of lowered car or SUV. Again, very impactful mod for the money. It basically costs next to nothing. A little bit of your time and it's done. I would definitely give that mod a 5. I love it. One thing that I will mention about that, some folks have said that, you know, it's due to your height or whatever. I'm 5'9½", so I'm not 6'6", but I'm not 5'2". It really doesn't have anything to do with, I don't think, adjusting the seat because of your height. It just changes the angle of the seat so that you get a better feel in the truck, in my opinion. Anyway, I just wanted to get on here. Hopefully I haven't left anything out. Again, that's kind of the range for me. There aren't any mods that I've done that I hate. Probably the biggest regret I have is the MBRP exhaust system, only because of that drone. I love it otherwise. That's gonna have to change. As usual, appreciate you guys watching. Please give this video a big thumbs up. Click that subscribe button if you haven't been here before, I should say. And we'll see you next time on the web. Have a great day. Bye.